guys, part 2 of our series is distressing the furniture. This nightstand, we already did part 1 in which we made the chalk paint. I showed you how to do that. If you haven't seen how to make chalk paint, please go and see our first video on making chalk paint. It's very simple, very economical, and the chalk paint adheres to just about any surface. So you don't have to really prep the material that you're going to be painting, the furniture, whatever. You just have to have it cleaned. At that point in time, you can apply the chalk paint. This piece here, we've actually applied the chalk paint to all the sides. As you can see, applied it to the back, to the sides, and also to the top. And what we're going to do today, and we'll start at the top, is we're going to distress this piece of furniture. This has 2 coats of chalk paint on it. The base coat of this piece of furniture was white. If you really want to get a really nice distressed look, I like the white. Some people like to go with the darker color. So any color would do. You could put a red underneath here with the aqua blue. It's just the accent when you distress it. It really brings out that base coat that you have underneath here. So all we want to do is we actually want to distress the corners, a bit of the top, not so much taking off the color, but what's going to happen is it gives that distressed look, the boho chic distressed look, so that what happens here, it looks like it has a worn edge all the way around. So I just use a piece of sandpaper, anywhere from an 80 to 120 grit is fine, it's adequate. You don't want to go too crazy. If you do, that's your style, no problem. Shabby Chic allows you to do anything. It's part art, part science, and part hardware. So all we do is just sand it up. Give it a nice rough coat. You can see right here, you can see the base color coming through. Okay, I like to do the corners, the edges. Right, that's just on the top edge. Now I like to do, when I distress, do your edges. Get the edges distressed. Don't be afraid to take off as much as you want, because you can always apply that chalk paint again. The chalk paint that we use is cheap to make, so it's easy to apply again. But again, distress. A lot of distressed furniture, you want to get the corner edges on your feet, just for the simple fact it gives it that worn look, the outside edges. As you see, I can actually take it right down to the wood. When I do that, it just pops it. Just gives it those 3 layers. It gives the wood, the undercoat, and also top, like the undercoat, our base coat, and also top our chalk. So I'm going to take care of this, and then in a couple minutes, you guys come back and see how I finished it up. Okay, so we've distressed the piece. You can see the edges. We've distressed it on the edges. I like to distress the corners. Anywhere that natural wear would happen, you want to distress it. And this chalk paint has really done a nice job on here. We've got the color that we want. It's given us the patina that we want, especially on the legs. I like to do the edges on the legs. It really makes it look like we've got that worn look, the shabby chic, the boho chic type look, the look that we're trying to acquire here. And this one's pretty much ready to go. We just have to put the hardware back on, Once that happens, we'll just give this a quick rub down with a piece of cloth, put her on the market. Okay, thanks for coming by, and stay tuned for our next videos.